when you have active park assist and you're putting the Mondeo cup holder assembly in, what you need to do is take the Mondeo harness apart and isolate the ambient lighting plug and wires. I've already done that, so I've got the plug, and it goes to a ground and a red and white wire. And if we go on the Mondeo assembly, we just plug this guy in. And what you'll do is you'll reuse your factory harness from your cup holder assembly. What you're gonna do is the harness is wrapped in a protective sheathing here. What you're gonna do is peel it back, and it'll look like some snake skin here. You peel it back, and what you're gonna look for is you're looking for this little guy. It's a ground block. And I'll send this along with you too, just so you have a look for what it looks like. So of these 3 wires, your black wire is gonna go into that, ground block. And when you're doing it, the ground block itself has the little arches, if you will. It goes in only one way. And you can always look at the one that's here, the one that's in here. You can see that it's kind of at the bottom of the wire. It's the bottom of the arch. So if it was this instance, you'd have arches facing up, and you just stick it in then. So you'll add this pin and shove it in your existing ground block, and it's labeled ground block here. Then the 2 other wires, you've got white and red. These are going to go to your factory C210 connector, and that looks like this little guy. That's the guy that plugs into the rest of your factory harness. Those are going to go in positions 2 and 10. So you see right, this harness, this is a non-active park assist, non-ambient lit connector here. You'd see it goes in slots 2 and 10, which are the just to the right of the green, violet, and violet white connectors. If you look really close, I don't know if you can really get this on a video, you can see the labels on the connector itself. There's 1 in the upper left, 8 on the right, 9 bottom left, and 16 on the bottom right. So pin 2 is going to be, let's take a look at the label here. Pin 2 is red, and pin 10 is going to be white. So I'll send you a picture as well. So it's going to be the, let's see if we can point to it. Not so much. I'm bringing this over here. So red is going to go in slot 2, and I'm not going to put it in right now. And this orientation as well. You don't want it here. Well, you get the idea. And the white is going to go in pin 10, which is just below it. And this guy will go in. It's just below it. This is going to go in this orientation. And then we'll go in that slot. So 2 is right above it, 10 is down below. And then what you'll want to do, right now since these wires are loose, you want to get some electrical tape and wrapping them all up nice and pretty. And again, if you get to the point where you're like, hey, where's this black wire go? Don't forget that you got to take off on your factory harness here, take off that sheathing. It'll look like a pile of this. And you got to look for this ground distribution block. And that's where you plug it into. And wrap it all up so the wires are protected. And